Hi, my name's Eddie, and welcome to Hotshot Tech. In today's video, we're checking out my 2-year review of the Titan Evo 2022. Now this comes available in different variety of size options to choose from. The one we have here is the regular version. This is good for gentlemen around this height point, or females as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. And just in case you were living under a rock, we should already understand that Secretlabs, they like to give away these shares to a bunch of content creators for a lot of good reasons. Not only is this a good strategy in terms of marketing, but gives you, the viewer, a good opportunity to actually see if a certain product is actually legit. Because after the sponsored video, most content creators will reverse back and go back to their current previous shares. And the fact that some of these content creators made the transition from their previous shares to this, Linus Tech Tips is a fine example, should give you a good general idea who approves it and who does not. Now, I am one of those few content creators that also receive some free shares and swag from Secretlabs once in a while. But to be honest, this wasn't always the case. You see, before I had a large following here on YouTube, I was just like you and I was doing research. And of all the shares that I was doing research on, Secretlabs was the one that stood out the most for a lot of good reasons. Not only, unfortunately, they are the most expensive, but the science, the engineering that's involved to make these shares amazing is definitely a lot better compared to other shares in similar price point. Because the majority of the shares, they look good, they look like an amazing gaming chair, but they actually see in terms of ergonomics, as the majority of them will not even have a good lumbar support. It will just be the standard pillow, and that's it. And the Titan Evo from Secretlabs, the 2022 version, has a unique, well-engineered built-in lumbar support that's very similar to like a luxury vehicle. You can actually adjust the height, increase the depth, or decrease it, or you can have it all off entirely by utilizing these circular knobs located on the left and right side. Super low-key and minimum. So this, just for clarification, is a non-sponsored video. And this white soft-weave fabric you see right here is the shirt I personally purchased out of pocket about over 2 years now. It's holding up extremely well. The stitching, everything, it's holding up well. Now, the pro was going with the soft-weave fabric. Unfortunately, it's a little slightly more expensive than the leatherette. But if you live in a hot climate environment like here in California, typically around Sacramento area, it gets around 120 degrees. With the pleatherette, which I do have access to right here, also purchased the same time. Well, actually, this share was sent to me from Secretlabs, but this is my girlfriend's share, and it's holding up extremely well. But the con with the leatherette is if you do live in a hot environment, you're going to experience a sweaty back, which is why I recommend the soft weave fabric. However, in case you made the unfortunate choice of purchasing the leatherette share for your first share, I'll be glad to inform you that Secretlabs recently released these skins, which technically can give your share soft weave fabric, allow it to actually become breathable if you do go with the leatherette. This is the green skin that my girlfriend has, which was also sent to me by Secretlabs, and it simply just slides on. In less than 10 minutes, it's already connected, and I went ahead and purchased the charcoal color as well for my soft weave fabric, and it goes on extremely easy. There's no gaps or anything like that, and the quality meets the quality standards of the Secretlabs share. There's no stitching errors whatsoever. Everything is nicely packed and really well engineered that this thing literally fits on like a glove. It is slightly more expensive if you do go with the leatherette, but then purchase the skin. But the benefit of the skin is, again, you can not only can you make it breathable, but you can actually change the look of your share. So if your environment change or setup and stuff, color, theme, you could actually like update your share without having to sell it and buy an entire new share all over again. And then the fact that these two shares are over 2 years old still mind blows me, because look at the shape. There is no imperfections whatsoever. And I'm a heavy guy. I weigh about 180 right now, and the share is easily maintaining its shape. This is all due to the fact that Secretlabs really does put a lot of effort in their science, because this is using Secretlabs' patent Cold Cure foam, which basically allows the share to be extremely comfortable, but not too cushy that it feels like a recliner share, a lazy man couch, in other words. Where if I actually do the knee test, I cannot feel my knee hitting the frame of the seat. It's really nice, and this is what you want. A lot of people don't understand this, but you do not want a share that's super soft and squishy. You want a share that's nice and firm once you sit on. to actually maintain and have a good posture as you work, especially if you work long hours behind a desk. This is some of the important things you want to consider. Now the armrests, another cool thing I really do love about Secretlabs, they're using magnets. So you could actually swap them. If one of these 4D armrests gets damaged, you can simply just replace it, buy replacements on Secretlabs website and swap them, or you could upgrade them. The one I personally use on my chair is the gel one. And the reason why I like going with the gel is due to the fact that unfortunately those collect wrinkles. As you see, it wasn't always like this, but so long as there's no rips or tears, I'm happy. It's just something you need to know about going with the gel. But the pros about the gel is that it's always cool to touch. So my forearms do not get hot and it's nice and soft. Now the standard ones, you do get the standard like office chair forearm texture, grippy, patty. It's not bad, it's the standard. This is what typically comes with your chair, but you could add add-ons to swap it with different ones. They also have these soft ones, which I don't have, but I read reviews are pretty good. But again, I personally use gel due to the fact that it's cold to touch. But the standard ones that come with the chair, again, it's really amazing. And if you like to remove the armrest entirely, you can. It's just held together by these bolts underneath. If you remove these, you just basically have a clean chair. This is good to know if you have a limited space in like an apartment or something like that. Yeah, you can remove the armrest to give yourself more space if needed. Now, just like PewDiePie would always say, yes, it can indeed do this. And depending on your body type, but majority of body types, even with the recline all the way down and your foot up off the ground, the chair is nicely balanced that you do not feel like you're going to fall off accidentally. Now, I'm 5'8", and the regular size fits like this with me. And if you're around 5'8", I would recommend going with the regular version. But if you're a large folk, don't worry. If you're big bones, they do have much larger chairs to choose from. Unfortunately, there is a price gap, of course, due to the material and the shipping costs and such. Which shipping is included, but I'm just saying the packaging has to be enhanced, I would say that. Now, another thing I really want to highlight about Secretlabs products is their unboxing experience. Out of all the shares that I reviewed on this channel and was given, I'm always blown away how organized and how well packed the Secretlabs boxes are. They literally provide you with everything you need, and the instructions are printed on a poster size canvas. In addition to that, every box before it gets shipped out to you is also hand inspected, so the likelihood of it having some issues or missing parts is unlikely. And their customer support, I have actually had to reach out as a regular customer to Secretlabs a couple of times, and they're always quick and always cooperative. If you need a certain specific replacement part, they'll do what they can to ship it out to you. However, it may take a lot longer than you may expect. Not a week or two. I think it took me like 3 weeks to replace one of these plastic bits, but they're on point. And thanks to its warranty, you could definitely have a general idea how reliable these shares are, because out of all the shares, this one actually is one of the shares that actually offers a 3-year warranty, which still blows my mind. Remember years ago when I purchased an office chair at Staples, I had to pay like $100 for a 3-year. Secretlabs, they're doing it for free. And in addition to that, if you want an additional 2 years, a total of 5-year warranty, by simply just sharing your setup, your share on social media, this will basically give you an additional 2 years free of charge, which I think it's kind of amazing, but also clever. Again, Secretlabs is really good when it comes to their marketing. Now, the wheelbase is made out of metal, and this is a common fail point for most office chairs, at least from my personal experience. This is good to know because a plastic wheelbase will actually crack over normal wear and tear and will cause you to replace your entire chair entirely. This is made out of metal, which is nice. And the wheels, they're super smooth and easy to glide even over thick carpets. And in addition to that, if you have hardwood floors, there actually is a nice grippy texture around the wheel to prevent it from leaving any scratch marks and such. So yeah, if you're considering about a Secretlabs chair, I highly recommend, especially when everything is just well engineered. Like the headrest pillow, I have it off of my chairs. I really don't need them, but if you do want them, they're memory foam and they stick on magnetically, so you don't have to deal with the strap or anything like that, like DX razors and such. All the screws and stuff are well hidden. They're just magnetically covered with a strong magnet cover. Again, really clever. I haven't seen another gaming chair utilize magnets like Secretlabs do. And once you're done, if it's tucked in a corner, it has this nice low-key racer seat inspire profile. And when it comes to ergonomics, don't worry, these chairs are extremely comfortable. I have actually found myself sitting on this chair behind a desk for anywhere between 6 and 8 hours, and my posture is just fine and stronger than ever since I changed to one of these chairs. So if you actually are in the market for one, I highly recommend looking into their website, because not only do they always offer a bunch of amazing deals, but they have a lot of exclusive designs that I would have never thought they'll be able to actually have a copy or access to, permission to have some DC or gaming inspired chairs. So there's literally a theme for everybody. And if you have regrets after selecting a certain design, don't worry, their skins are also fantastic. Now the skins, I know they are expensive, but it's a nice like last resort in case you want to switch your design without again buying a new chair entirely. Now another pro and con I just want to quickly show you and talk about between the two different materials, the software fabric and the leatherette, is with the leatherette, if you're a messy eater, if something in the drink spills on this chair, you can simply just wipe it off. Where with the software fabric, if you spill a drink or something like that, it's gonna stain it, especially if you have a light chair like mine, which actually has happened to me. I actually used a carpet cleaner to actually remove the stain, and it actually worked. So carpet cleaners, if the stain isn't bad, you can actually use the carpet cleaner to actually clean up your chair. So just a pro tip I wanted to go ahead and share if you go with the software fabric. That's going to be it for my review of the Secretlab Titan Evo 2022. Again, I know this chair is expensive, but trust me, it's definitely worth it. I have a bunch of different other gaming chairs I've been given, and I always reverse back to this chair just because it works and it's comfortable. Other than that, if you'd like to check out other Secretlab products, check out this video over here where I review the brand new Secretlab Rising Desk. That thing's a tank, and I still use it today. So be sure to check out that video. Aside from that, thanks so much for watching, take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.